Hello, good evening. Welcome. My name is Kwabena and welcome. Today, I want to share with you something about network. I want to share with you something about network. If you sit down to look at it and if you sit down to study it, network decides a lot about what people become. Network. Your network as an entrepreneur says a lot about your future, about the success of the business, about your fulfillment, about your creativity. It says a lot about your speed, the industry that you get into, the problems that you meet, the successes, the challenges. It says a lot about almost everything. So I'm talking about network. It's very much important that you build that network with some sense of focus. You build that or you build it with intention. Because most of us go through life, we go through life with very little intention as to the approach to get to where we want to go. And a lot of our business people, entrepreneurs like me, like you know, this one decides everything. It decides everything, whether you're going to succeed in your business, whether you're going to succeed in your life, or whether you're going to meet unnecessary challenges. The network, so important. Once you're born into a family, your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, whether you had a father, you didn't have a father, whether you had a mother, whether you had them, whatever environment that you were born into, those are just natural network that you build. Usually, those things don't really, for most of us, those things don't really bring the best or bring the resources that we need out of us in terms of your business. Most of those, the natural network that we are born into, they just cushion us. And once you try to stretch beyond that, they become very much uncomfortable. But it's a network. The village that you were born into, the town, you built that network. You have that. Usually, we just go through that without any intention as to how much those networks will have, the influence they will have on what we end up becoming. The school that you went to, the primary school that you went to, the secondary school that you went to, the technical school that you went to, the university that you may have gone to, or everywhere that you have been, you built some level of network. But what I'm talking about is building that network as an entrepreneur with some kind of intention. Intention, because you need that to succeed. You need that to succeed. Most people just go through that, as a natural occurrence. And the more limited your network is, the more limited you are with your life, especially with your business. So the more resourceful your network is, the more strong it is, the better you are able to do more. And the wider you are and the faster you are even able to stretch. And so I'm talking about network. If you look through your life now, you could see that most of the things that you may have come across, they may come from the people that you knew when you were young, when you were little, the friends that you met in school, their friends and their friends, the organizations that you have joined, the church that you go to, the religious organization that you have gone to, maybe the political party that you joined, maybe the NGO that you joined, wherever that you have been to, you build some kind of network. Fortunately or unfortunately, they have very much great impact on a lot of things that you're doing. As a matter of fact, much of the things that you know now, you probably have known them because of the particular network that you happen to have been involved. The people who came through your way, the people you got to know. If they pick your telephone now, who are the people that you call? Those people are influencing everything that you're becoming. And so let's say you are a business person, but you look through your telephone, you don't have any network of anybody who is trying to build any business. It means that your speed and even the wideness of your thinking will be limited. Whatever profession that you have, the quality of people that you have as a network, the quality of people who know you and the quality of people that you know they are going to have great impact on the successes and the victories and the winnings that you get. The same, those people are going to have much uh, effect on you if they are negative, very much limiting on you if they are negative force on you. So I'm talking about network. Network. Your network decides what you're becoming as an entrepreneur. Not just as an entrepreneur, any profession. The network. Some people say that, oh, they don't trust anybody, they don't believe in anybody, they just live their little life. You cannot build any great thing in this life if you live your little life. It does not happen. Any great person that you see, any great achiever, has a lot of network. Even when you pick the telephone people, MTN and those who have a lot of people, they are the ones making money, So those who have a lot of subscribers, they are the ones making money. So if your network is little, some people, the only network they have is their family, the school friends from their primary school and the church that they go to. That's the only thing they know about this life, which means their life is very small. You cannot do much if that is the only thing that you know. So people only pick people because they, those of us, it's because they go to church with them. That's the only thing they know. The only friends are coming from their village, the church that they go to. You have a very limited life. It means that you are not going to be that much successful with your business. You've got to stretch out and go out and do it intentionally and keep trying. What I think sometimes it's a bit disadvantageous, even though we have to find a way of working around it, is that the network can also put you in some kind of difficulty. But you have to have some few things that you look out for. You have to have some few things that you look out for. What do you stand for? Are you looking for people who are a bit honest, credible, who are hardworking, people who are not trying to take advantage of people? For me, those are the primary things. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to build a network, look for those. Look for people who have genuinely built something and growing, who have the heart of sharing. I'm not really enthusiastic about people who are just trying to take advantage of somebody else. And there are a lot of so-called big men and women in business who the part that they took, they probably did not need any network to build whatever they built, because that if you put the light on it, it can sustain. But I'm talking of people like you, people like me. We are trying to build something and we want to stay with the values that we have. Those, if you're looking for somebody to connect to, at least look for those as well. Look for the timeless principles, timeless principles that will not necessarily get anybody into trouble. And from there you build. So if you're looking for an organization to become part of, look for what the organization stands for. It's so critical. Do they stand for hard work? Do they stand for credibility? Do they stand for innovation? Do they stand for, equal treatment of people? You have to look for some things like that, or you'll be that much limited. So build beyond the school network that you have. Build beyond that. Build beyond the village alliance that you have. Build beyond that. Build beyond the church or the religious organizations that you have enjoyed. Build beyond your tribe. Build beyond your tribe. You are from this part of the country. So once you travel, you're only looking for people like from your village. For instance, there are a lot of people who have traveled from here to another country, and when they went there, everything that they move with is from the people from their country. You'll be so much limited. Your understanding will not be stretched. You went to live in, say, New York, and everybody from that New York is from your village or from Ghana. You'll be so much limited. You will not go anywhere because your worldview is still Ghana, even though you live in another country. So let's say you have gone to live in Libya or Dubai or China, but everybody that you know is from Ghana or from Nigeria. It's the same. You are not going to stretch much. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but if you want to succeed, you have got to stretch beyond your village. You have got to stretch beyond your country people. You have got to, stretch beyond your tribe and even your church. There are friends that you may have to connect because you're working on a product and they are experts in that. They may not believe in God. They may be atheists. They may be people who don't even would be weird. But if you're limited and you're looking for, I remember a friend of mine who said that, a lot of my friends are gay. And that was the first time that I heard that. Like, you come from here and no. If you are building something and that person has that skill, that person has that expertise, you cannot carry your village, your village thinking. Say that no, 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 I cannot move with anybody who does not go to church, who does not go. No, you are building something, you need expertise, expand your mind. After all, you're not there to turn that place into church, because the Christians are the ones who have that kind of trouble. Stretch, go. They may be drinking. Some of them may smoke weed. You're not there to smoke weed. They will tell you that, oh, they will turn you into sin. If you're mature, why are you afraid? So go, because of the dream that you have, the network that you have. There are some people, when you meet them, the kind of figures that they discuss, the money that they discuss, you have never heard before. You have never heard that thing before. The figures, the terms that you're using. The first day that you met them, you saw that, no, you don't know so much. Maybe they are working on a project. Maybe you are used to working on 1 million project. Now, these guys are discussing 5 billion, Ghana City project. The terms that they are using, how do they even move the money? How do they even make the payments? How do the accounting people work? Do you know it? If you are playing with 100 Ghana cities, 200 Ghana cities, and you get to move with these guys who are playing big, you are going to be that much uncomfortable from the beginning. But don't run away. Start to converse, ask questions. Don't go as if you know everything. You don't know, and they will know that you don't know. But there's nothing wrong with not knowing. What is wrong with not knowing and posing as if you know? So you start to ask questions, because you're building your business as an entrepreneur. And once you're building your business as an entrepreneur, one of the best criteria that you have got to have is the ability to learn, the ability to ask questions and be comfortable. Sometimes they can even laugh at you. Don't worry, because you're stretching, you're building. Nobody was born with any knowledge. We all learn. And so the terms that you are saying, if you still stay with your village people, you will not do much. Success of business is not magic. Success of business, a lot of it can be predicted, and much of it is coming from the network that you have built. If all your friends are the people that you know in the secondary school, the people that you know in the university, from the primary, there's not much that you're going to do with your life. So go beyond the church. Go beyond even your political party. Some people, they only, the people, it's just their political party that people that they flow with. No, some people don't like politics. But you have this, and you need people like that. You have to have a skill to flow with them and not even offend them like that. There are people who may be older. There are people who may be younger. There are people who may be so much informed that when they talk, you feel like you're vanishing. But it's a skill, because the network is going to decide a lot as an entrepreneur. Much of the struggles that you look at the businesses that you failed, it's because of the network that you had, whether it's employee or the partners, whether it's maybe the financiers, whether it's the guy who gave you the project. It's the network. All the places that you struggle so much is the network, the quality of it, the strength of the network. They say the places that you started to succeed, still the network, the quality of the people you met, their mindset, their skill set, the way they look at life, the quality of questions that they ask. Those are the things that were responsible for your success. And so you cannot just be saying that, you cannot be talking. Said, oh no, it doesn't matter. Like those of us who go to church, you're always quoting. It's a network. The network is so critical. And the world has changed, fortunately. That is not just the physical network that we are also building, even though that is so much important. There's still virtual network that we are building. People are connecting through all kind of ways and means now around the globe. Don't stay with your little world view and defend it and think that you're going to succeed. There's so much to learn. There's so much to connect. There's so much to do. People know so much that we don't know. And so decide to stretch. Stretch your mind, connect with people. Stretch yourself. Go beyond the village status and go beyond your tribe. So my name is Kwabena. I'm talking about network. They will decide, or they decide, the success of your business. Whether if you entered into detour, it was because of the network. One question from a very skilled entrepreneur can change the business that you're building in a minute. One privilege, one access to a great person somewhere can explode. Maybe you are trying to raise capital, 2 million, 3 million, and you have gone through all the bank. Nobody knows your name. They're asking you for collaterals. They're asking you this. Sometimes just one network with somebody. You just pick the call and say that this guy is good. I know him. see what you can do for him. And the next minute, the very thing that you've been chasing for years just opens. It's the network. And so, just as you, we all have to do this intentionally. We all have to go out, build this. Any business that you're building, your ability to have a network plan. We have to decide it. You have to build it. The people, the school. That you see, when you decide to enter into any area, go anywhere, you have to go there with the thinking that you are looking for this kind of people. You're looking for this kind of people who are ambitious. You're looking for this kind of people who are not complaining. You're looking for this kind of people who are hardworking. You're looking for this kind of people who are studious, who are stretching their mind, who want to go somewhere, who want to build businesses, who want to take control of something, who want to become rich, who want to solve problems. Those are the people that you're looking for. So when you go to any gathering, when you go to anywhere, you go to school, you take classes, you go to the internet, Facebook, WhatsApp, all those, YouTube, you're looking for people like that who want to go somewhere. You're looking, because that is entrepreneurship. You are trying to fish out for these people, and connect with them and be ready to go through it. And people are also going to look for you and connect with you. That's what the world has become. Before, maybe 20, 30 years ago, if you're looking for some information, you may have to travel. Now, there's so much on the network, which is the biggest network is the internet. And people are connecting. And that's why so many opportunities are now available, because the network decides a lot about you. There's these young boys in some other countries who are picking subjects and breaking them. I'm like, wow, these are great minds. Those are the people that you want to connect to. You don't have to be looking for the boys who are just chasing musicians. So they're not going anywhere. They have nothing to do. They're chasing musicians. That's not the kind of network that I'm talking about. You are an entrepreneur, or you want to be one. Do this intentionally and stretch your mind. Go for people who have done it, people who are doing it, people who have failed, people who have succeeded, people who are doing things that you are inspired with. Connect with them, because they are going to decide a lot about the successes that you're going to enjoy, or the failure, or the failure, or the failure, or the failure. And when you're going, go with the premise of common humanity. That is the premise. Don't just be looking for people who look like your color, or people who look like, you say that me, I'm not comfortable with Chinese. You're not comfortable with Chinese? They carry a lot. No, me, I'm not comfortable with Arab people. You need network from everywhere. But me, I'm not comfortable with British people. Probably have to put your prejudice somewhere. You just have to be a strong person. Build yourself. Build your quality. When you build your quality and you build yourself, your soul is full. You'll not feel intimidated by what other people put out. You will not feel like chasing. Build your quality, so that when you have to build network, you can see which is good and which is not good. Because if you have not built it, when you see one, it will be difficult for you to see. At least have a drive for that. So my name is Kwabena. I'm talking about networking. Your network decides what you're becoming as an entrepreneur. Everything. The other time I sat down, I was looking at the people I know, and much of them, or many of them, have come from where I was born, where I grew up, the school that I went to, the church or the churches that I've been to, the schools, the families where I've traveled to. Either directly I know them, or they made introduction to something. And you same, I'm sure. If you look at a lot of the things that are available to you now, look, they came through a friend's friends. You connected with this. Maybe your partner was a friend to a friend. You got this idea because you went to that party. You got connected to that person because your friend told you that if you meet this guy, you can. I remember a friend of mine who saw this book. It was a book about business when we were in school, and he said that come now, this friend of mine went travel, and he came with this book, and I think that this book you will like it. So read it, and that book changed a lot. It impacted me. It brought clarity, and it's because of a friend. The same. And I remember there was another one who brought trouble. Series of troubles. So network, it brings you positivity, or can bring you negativity as well. It can bring you assets. It can bring you a lot of liabilities. the language that you have, the words that you use, they're all coming from the network that you have. The one that you decided to marry, the one that you didn't decide to marry, they may have brought you into prosperity, or they may have brought you into misery. Because everybody is also coming with a network. Everybody, every human you meet knows some people. That's why you can see that everybody, every girl has some boy that is interested in her. Every boy, no matter how tattered you think they are, no matter how ignorant you think they are, somebody somewhere knows them, somebody somewhere loves them. So network is like that. Everybody that you also connect also has some kind of network, and they also have some kind of network. So you have to just build it. If you're building business, your network cannot be professors. If you're building a business, your network cannot be politicians alone. If you're building business, your network cannot be just people from a village where you go, you show your car and everybody is happy. You have to go somewhere, they look at your car and your car is nothing because of what the successes that people have chalked. You go somewhere and you talk and it's like you're ignorant because of what they know. Then you will learn. Then you will stretch. But when you go somewhere and your shirt is the nicest everywhere, you're not learning. I remember when we were children, they used to say that some villages, when they post you as a teacher, the white shirt, you are in the village, is very white. But when you come to the city, it looks like cream. Why? Because of the network, the quality, the exposure. So it's critical that you do this intentionally. So if you are not comfortable, you're not happy with the business that you have built, with the life that you have built, start to sit down and calculate and check the network. A lot of your struggles are coming from the network that you have. A lot of what you know is coming from that. So if you don't like because usually what you know is responsible for the results actually. So if what you know is not good, it means that the network is not good. If you're frustrated all the time, it means that the knowledge, the content is weak. That's why nobody is meant to be frustrated all the time. Nobody is meant to be so much dissatisfied with their lives, so much uncomfortable, so much, petty and jealous and be angry with people who are trying to make a living. If your life is like that, it means that what you know is wrong. Because life is supposed to be lived out of fulfillment. You have goals, you're pursuing them. Yes, you meet challenges, but you're still going. When things are, you can see that, okay, you have not conquered everything, but you're making progress. It's likely that your thinking is right. And that thinking is right because of the network that you have built. The books that you're reading, the people that you're learning from, the friends that you have, they're going somewhere that you're also going somewhere. If your friends are not going anywhere, you are not going anywhere. If your friends are using their time to calculate lotto, I can bet you that you're probably doing the same thing. Or you're not going anywhere, you're not learning, because the friend should be able to also stretch you. So your network, for instance, when you pick a project, and whatever project that we pick, let's say you're doing maybe some agric project, they say maybe grow this. The moment they give you the project, you start to connect who can handle this. And once you connect that person will be able to bring a lot of people. It's one network. If they say go and build a bridge, just have to have a very good engineer who can build that. If you're able to get that one, you build a network and do the job. Maybe they are saying that go and build that 4-story building. Just need somebody, great supervisor, and before you see it, he has all of everybody. He may just know one bit of the engineering, but maybe the heating, he has network to that. Maybe the plumbing, he has that. The electricals, he has that. Maybe the finishing. It's network. So every profession has networks. The same with entrepreneurship. You must have the network of people who are going somewhere, as you are going somewhere. If all your life you have not built this intentionally, I can tell you that's why you've been struggling. That's why you've been going through a lot of challenges. That's why, because most people from where we are, is the school, is our village, is our church, and that's it. We don't go anywhere, we don't talk to anybody, we don't read anywhere, we don't study anybody, and we're still hoping that we will succeed. And no, it's difficult to succeed that way, because then what you know is so much limited. And if what you know is so much limited, your life is that limited. That's why sometimes when you get connected with great guys, don't let trivialities separate you from them. Because it's an avenue for you to learn and stretch. It's an avenue for you to learn and stretch. And that's what some of the things that I've identified about our people. Don't put your stomach forward. Put your learning forward. Put what you're becoming forward. Maybe before you met that guy, you were fearful. You were desperate. You were not ambitious. Your thought was scattered. But now you can see that you're confident. You're creating something. You're responsible. You're not lazy. You're not giving excuses. That connection, don't break it. Continue to stretch. Take advantage of it. A lot of people have become wealthy, rich because of the network. Because as a matter of fact, the money or the lack of it is the product of the network. It's the product. If you have some, it's because you are very good, solid. It's not just because you work hard alone. No. Because even that work, somebody connected you to that. Whatever that you're doing, any business, any project, anything that you are selling, there were people involved. And so whether you have money now or you don't have, it's because of the network. So the network decides your finances, decides your success. It actually decides the success of the business or the collapse of it. And so work this intentionally. Go out and know that the choices and decisions, the people that you want to connect with, they are the people that you really need to get to where you are. And they are the people that know something that you don't know. So there are so many people who know a lot about finances. Business is data. If you don't know, it's data. There are people who know a lot about it. Finance is data. There are things that they will be mentioning. You have to know. Any business has data on it. It's retail, there's data. If it's real estate, there's data. If it's manufacturing, there are a lot of things that people know. It's not the buga buga one. No. You must have data, you must know, you must understand them, and somebody should be able to explain it to you, and it's going to come out of the network that you have. Even Lotto, they have things that they calculate. Everything that you see that is succeeding is coming out of what? Revelations. There's a lot of discoveries in those, and people know them. And so the more connected you are to some of these things, the more successful you become. So your network is so critical to what you become as an entrepreneur. If you don't have that, you're going to struggle, and nobody is an island. The only thing is that you have to do this intentionally. You have to build this intentionally. Some people are building, people are wasting a lot of time on connecting with people who are not promoting or not bringing anything to the future they want to create. You sit down, you drink a lot of beer and stuff like that with these guys, but they're not bringing anything to the future that you want to build. I think that is not something that you need to build in terms of network. I think that you have to spend a lot of time connecting with people who are bringing some kind of contribution to where you want to go. So your network is so critical. The ideas, the innovation, they are all coming from the network. The exposure that you have, they are responsible for the quality of ideas that you're able to bring out. So if you're struggling, it's because maybe you've been a lone ranger, you've been selfish, and you have thought that you are all in all, and you thought you knew everything. No, there are a lot of people who know a lot of things. The only thing is that make sure they are good people, they are credible, and they're ambitious. They want to go somewhere you want to go, and they stand for what they say they will do. If they say it's green, it's green. If they say it's yellow, it's yellow. Those are people that you can learn from. And if those people become your friend, you can have a friend who knows a lot. He knows so much. So when you are talking to him, by the time you finish, you talk to him for 20 minutes, you have a lot to ponder on. So build the network. Build the network as an entrepreneur. Build it with intention that these are responsible for your success, or they are responsible for your failure. The strength of your network is the strength that you have in pursuing the dream that you're building. That's the business. The strength is so critical. There are people whose name is collateral. So if those people know you, when they're asking for collateral for the bank, for the loan, you can go and they just mention their name, or they just place a call. Some people will just give you their card. And that's it. So quality of your network is so much important. And some people, when you send their card, they will sack you. So so build the network. Entrepreneurship is about network. life is really about network. Those who succeed in this life is network. That's why the poor man's network is weak. That's why it's poor. And those who are rich, they have strong network. That's why they are rich. Those who are looking to become rich must also look at that, think like that, structure like that, go and learn. Some of them, when you visit them, say, oh no, the way they have, you can visit somebody and look at maybe just the shoe that he's wearing and look at that and say, no, maybe. Or you look at how they have decorated maybe their house or something. You get inspired. You stretch your mind. Your mind is stretched based on the quality of the network that you have. So if you live in that little network that you have and you just, very happy with that little achievement, you cannot be a great entrepreneur. So build beyond the school, build beyond the village that you were born, and especially go beyond your church. Everybody that you know is coming from your church. They even tell you don't everything is in the church. No, there are a lot of people who know. There are Muslims who are very good people that you may have to do business with and connect with. Yet, if you coming from a background where they told you that don't work with these people, you become afraid. There are people who say, I never work with a Nigerian. You are crazy. Nigeria is like almost 200 million people. If you get connected to a good person, the business that you can get is a lot. So connect. Don't be prejudiced because of a limiting background that you have. Expose your mind. Be ready to learn. Don't be over careful because the network is so critical to what you become. So go beyond your church. You're looking for somebody who is always reading Bible to do business with. People who don't open the Bible. But they will be the people that will launch you into big thinking. There will be people who will stretch you. There will be people who will bring you into big connection. So expand your mind. Expand your mind. Build that skill. The network is responsible for a lot. The network is responsible for a lot. Build that platform. Connect with people. Go to the internet. Go to Facebook. Connect. The world has changed. And do this to your advantage. So my name is Obindako. Thank you very much for watching. You are not going to succeed as an entrepreneur if your network is weak. You will stay little, and anybody who is staying little is not far from dying. If you're not growing, if you give birth to a child and that child is not growing, there's a problem. So life is a continuous process of growth. You have to grow. It's a process. You have to stretch and keep growing, no matter the speed. Life is not constant for anybody. The other day, maybe in my hair there was nothing in it. Now you can see that there is some color in it. It's growing. Everybody. If I still look like a 2 years child, they will say there's trouble. So your mindset cannot be same, and it can only be stretched by the network that you have built. Your understanding on finance, on what it takes, your dreams. Maybe you have just set a small dream for your business. Once you start to get into that network, you see that people know so much than what you know. You start to think, you start to stretch. Maybe you are very not so good, with treating people, but maybe you get connected with people. And you see how they are respectful to people, they are kind to people, you start to learn. It rubs some, it gets, what is the English word? You get connected to it, it will rub on you and you start to look, you start to see. It changes your perspective, it changes your mindset, it stretches you. So build a network beyond what you're comfortable with. Stretch, think. And if the project demands it, you have to have the skill. The business actually demands it. Our businesses are going to struggle if you are not able to build quality, better network. The moment you're able to build that, you're going to connect with people, workers, partners, suppliers. The more you're able to bring in and get connected to such people, the better you're going to succeed. If you fail at that, you're going to fail with your business. This is not prophecy. This is just reality of life. This is just reality of life. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget that every one of them you may have to have basic human ethics for your network. What they stand for is so much important. You don't go and connect with Sakwa boys who are trying to take advantage of people, internet fraud, or you are just trying to take advantage of people. No, you just want to connect with people who stand for what is right, but who may not necessarily believe what you believe in, but at least they are honest with their words, they treat people well, they are kind, forward-thinking, they are stretching. You have to have those kind of basic things rightly in place, and for a lot of the religious guys, they are always looking for people who go to their church, go to their church. You don't need that. Stretch your mind. It's a business that you're building. It's a business that you're building, and the business must have, a market to meet, and the market is made up of so many people. So you cannot bring just your little, ideologies and idiosyncrasies to and think that you're going to expand. So stretch beyond. Go for the big market. Go for the big network. Go for the best of guys who are going somewhere, who are thinking, who are stretching themselves, who are never satisfied with the little achievement that they have. They're going for the best one. They're reading, they're researching, they're building, they're competing. So thank you very much for watching. Go for that. Go for that. Think, stretch your mind. Because without your network, your business is going to struggle. Your business is going to struggle. So stretch. Every project, every product that you're doing, somebody else knows something. So the skill set of those people, the quality of what they know, they are an asset. You can meet somebody, he brings in so much, and he can change the game for you. He can change the game for you. So if you're just comfortable with your littleness, then don't then be happy with that. But if you want to succeed, network is so critical. And you want to go for those who think big, stretch big, who are studying, who are challenging themselves every day, who are not comfortable. Those who control a lot. And they will see the quality in you because you also have that skill to learn. And you're open. Your mind is stretched because you become comfortable. Some people are telling you, I read 2 books every other day. And you read 1 book a year. Automatically, you see that you may not even, no, but be fair to say that, yes, I have not been reading, but I'll catch up. And you see that the next minute, you're catching up. Maybe your business is doing maybe 1 million a year. And some people are doing 10 million, 200 million. Wow, you may even be shy to say it. No, they will teach you. Especially the authentic ones, those who are doing rare business. They will be very happy to see anybody who's trying to make some progress. Because they share. One thing about great minds and great people is that those who are able to pick out of nothing, they are so much inspired to see anybody making any progress, trying to take charge. And that's one of the things that you always see about them, is that they are trying to share. They're trying to learn from everybody, and they are trying to share, and they never. So when you meet any great person, any person building business somewhere, never say that, oh no, these people, they don't. No, just ask him. I remember there was a friend who was reading a book at one of the malls. I never knew him, so I saw him reading a very fat book. So I just said that, what are they saying in this book? And he started to lecture me, and we engaged. We exchanged the emails, and he's been my friend for the last maybe 10 years. So there are a lot of people like that you're going to connect with, and they will have great impact on your life. And so your life is as much quality and as much fulfilling and as much prosperous as the quality of network that you have. If you have a lot of poor people in your network, I can tell you that you cannot raise any money. You have a project, they need 10 million, but all your boys have 1,000, 2,000, you can't do much. But if you have a lot of rich people in your network and they're good people and they trust you, there are things that are very much easy. So don't stay with your village people, don't stay with your tribe and think that you're going to succeed. You're going to struggle. Stretch your mind, stretch your network, talk to people. But go with credibility, go with character, go with learnability. You want to learn. Go knowing that this guy is ambitious, is desperate to succeed, is passionate, he's not giving up. And if you go and they sack you, don't worry. Go back, prepare, and get into the game again. So go beyond your church, go beyond your workplace, go beyond your schoolmates, go beyond your charity, the NGO that you join, go beyond your political party. Look for people who are going where you're going, who are desperate, who are stretching their mind, who are learning, And they could be in Ghana, they could be in Nigeria, they could be in China, they could be in Dubai, they could be in Canada, they could be in Moscow, anywhere, the world. One thing about people who want to succeed is that they all think the same. There's so much, there are so many things that are common among people, entrepreneurs who want to succeed. They all meet similar challenges. They want to succeed, they want to become better. And you can see that you share so much in common. That's why when you pick books of great thoughts or great minds, you see that you can connect with that because it's the same humanity. So stretch yourself beyond that, become huge. Thank you very much for watching. Your success is largely depending on your network. So thank you for watching.